Wait. Before you do anything, have you considered that you've come far enough? Great things take time is a sentiment with which, upon initially hearing it, I think everyone can universally agree. For something of quality to emerge from any kind of work, care and effort have to be put in, and care and effort take time. Then you get to the actual take time part, and that's annoying. I want the good and high quality thing now. Why should I have to wait? Here's a couple of tidbits that, after some stewing and meditating on, I've concluded may help bolster your ability for patience and can help to suppress that urge not to quit while you're ahead. So you got this goal, right? Could be anything. Could be a project that you're working on. It could be buying a house, a specific job, a car, a relationship with somebody. Scandalous! No, I don't write these videos in relation to my life. Why would you say that? Shut up. This goal could be right around the corner for you, or it could be more billion light years away, but that doesn't matter because that's not the point. The point is that along the way to achieving whatever goal you may have, there's going to be steps that you'll have to take, and there'll be times where you ask yourself, why do I even try? 'Cause wow, who knew trying to buy a house would take this long? So it's important along the way to acknowledge the small victories. If you're trying to buy a house, maybe a victory would be that you finally have narrowed down what neighborhood you want to live in, or maybe you saved up a portion of your down payment. If you're working towards a completed project, maybe you finished some menial, annoying task that you were trying your best to put off, and now that's behind you. If you're working towards a specific job or career field, maybe you finished some certification or semester, or bringing it down to an even micro level, you finish an assignment for a class that you have to take to get a degree to work in the career field that you want to work in.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
If it's a relationship, maybe a small victory would be that you literally just spent time with that person, got their number, or even just got their name. All of those could be filed under small victories, and they ain't nothing to sneeze at. But these small victories aren't just important, they're essential. Think of it like any screen. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 pixels missing won't really make a difference, but enough pixels go missing and it'll become very quickly apparent that this screen is broken. You gotta focus on and take the small victories as they come, enjoy them, and remember that they are what make up the entirety of your pursuit. And then be ready for what comes next. I said be ready for what comes next. Along the road to achieving whatever goal you may have, there will be many times where that big picture starts to overwhelm you, and you may even lose sight of any small victories that could be in front of you. When you get overwhelmed, the anxiety stemming from that can inhibit your ability to do the things that you need to do right then, so you can achieve those small victories so you can eventually reach your end goal. When that happens, when that big picture starts to fold in on you, it's paramount that you remember to be mindful and aware of the situation that you're in right in that moment, and that whatever task you're doing right in that moment is getting you somewhere closer to that end goal. Thinking in an even more concentrated capacity, closer to another small victory. Now, being able to remember that is definitely easier said than done, especially when you're having that experience of being overwhelmed. That's where things like meditation, journaling, and other brain training activities will come in handy in helping you stay grounded and secure. The unfortunate truth is, if you forget to stay grounded and you let those anxieties start to pollute your thoughts en masse, it can become extremely difficult to remember to Time to get real. I had an experience recently where, while making my way towards a larger goal, I was doing pretty well and making some pretty good progress and enjoying myself while doing it. As things were winding down and I was getting ready to cease my efforts for the day, I had a lapse in judgment. I stepped out of the moment, I lost sight of what it meant to earn small victories, and I let what a friend of mine calls the what if, what could, what might take over my mind. I panicked and made a mistake, and that mistake set me back a decent bit from my goal. The anxious and incessant need for answers, my lack of patience, and my desire to reach my goal now totally skewed my view of the big picture. And what came of that? The answer is this video. I unfortunately had to be reminded the hard way on the stuff that I've talked about in this video. Mind you, I'm aware that stepping back, a lot of the stuff is pretty elementary, but that's exactly why this video is what it is, a reminder. The reason staying in the moment and relishing the small victories is important is because it can be very easy to get to the end of the day, about to hang your hat up, and then say, wait, actually, no, this has got to happen now. I got to do this. I got to have this thing answered. I got to make sure this thing is right. No, you don't. There'll be a tomorrow. Write it down. Log it away for another day when it's appropriate to do that work, and remember that your end goal is going to take time to get to. And this isn't me opening the door for you to hang your hat up for the day early and say, I've done enough, I'll do the rest tomorrow. There's a fine and context-dependent line between knowing when to quit while you're ahead and simply procrastinating, and I trust you, the viewer, to be smart enough and mature enough to know when and where that line is. To summarize this entire chapter in one sentence, which some may argue I should have done for the sake of time, but they are bad and wrong and should stop saying that. If you forget to quit while you're ahead, that can quickly lead to overextending yourself or whatever situation you're in to a point where it does nothing but set you back, and all that time and effort you put in leading up to that point becomes fruitless, amounting to nothing. In case you needed the reminder, I know I could have used it in that moment. The truth of the matter is this. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to have setbacks, and you're going to forget everything that I said in this video. But that's fine. The important part is that you get up, brush yourself off, and keep moving. And while I find that sentiment to be a little bit overplayed, it's overplayed for a reason, because it's true. When you make a mistake, what you should walk away with shouldn't be the mistake. It should be what you learn from it. Remember patience, stay the course, and don't forget to quit while you're ahead.
Ten days, 10 days.